Hi everyone, Arabel here with Chic Innovator. So this is going to be one of those just you and me recordings. I want to talk to you a little bit about events. So I am doing a lot of different events throughout the year, but I kind of want to give you the background, especially of this last one that just took place. It was actually my birthday celebration. Let me go back and just kind of remind you. So I'm the CEO of a tech company by the name of AAR Tech, and I also do something Runway Latinx. It's a big fashion event, usually takes place in October, but we kind of do fashion throughout the year. And then all of it goes to raise money, meaning Runway Latinx goes to raise money for Pivoting in Heels, which is a non-for-profit that's dedicated to empowering women. And then you're all here on Chic Innovator, which is a podcast. And this year, like many of the other years, what I try to do with my birthday is really put something together that's not just a celebration of my birthday, but an opportunity to really share some of the things that I'm doing and network with individuals that are a part of my life and that support some of the other things that I do. So I live in Chicago, and it's been wonderful because I've had the opportunity for the last 5 years to have these wonderful celebrations, and then again share it with individuals that I consider close because they support some of the things that we do, especially Pivoting in Heels and Runway Latinx. And then some of the other endeavors, I serve on several boards that are dedicated to supporting communities in the Chicagoland area or supporting women or other groups, that I feel close to. Many of the individuals that come are professionals or they're business owners or entrepreneurs, that are working hard and giving back. And so it's a wonderful opportunity for me, to try to create a beautiful night where we're celebrating my birthday again, but we're really celebrating life and kind of sharing and networking, and then people meet each other, and so many great things happen. So for the last couple of years, some of the places I've celebrated in include Mo's Cantina. Very grateful for Sam Sanchez for letting us host one there. Obviously in the park, Lou Canellis. Thank you. Did a big event kind of the first year that he opened up in that area. And then for the last 2 years, had the opportunity to do an event at Fiorettas private club that they have called Penthouse in the West Loop area, which is one of the more exclusive areas in Chicago. And it's kind of great. I got to do the last 2 years with a very good friend of mine. He goes by the name of DJ Erik. I love Erik. He's a really good friend, and he has a great vision too for what he wants to do. It's kind of turned DJ in, the last, 10 years, and is dedicating himself for that. But he has a bigger vision, kind of, what I have in the area of giving back with fashion, gastronomy and mixology and entertainment, what we do with Runway Latinx. He really wants to do it with DJs and put the last 2 years event together. He's got a vision of something called Sunsets, right? So it's been great. It's kind of called Chasing Sunsets, and sets meaning DJ sets, music sets, right, that take place. And so for the last 2 years, we've planned this out together and have celebrated the birthdays, but at the same time elaborated on the concept that he has. So doing, these DJ sets as the sunset is going down, which, think about it, is a pretty cool thing to be able to do. And since we've done it at Penthouse, you get to see the whole city. So you kind of need a rooftop or a terrace where you get to do this. And this year, I feel we, went out a little bit more. We put together a really good lineup. I was very excited about it. Gianni Blu, who's another individual whose birthday he and I got to celebrate it together, but he's also an incredible DJ. You can hear him in Miami. He is at 11, which is a huge club. I've actually had a fashion show in 11, and he's also in Vegas. He's all over Chicago, and so he and I got to celebrate our birthday as part of the celebration.
Gianni and I were having a birthday together.
Gemini season, make some noise!
Then we had another DJ that I love. It was important to me for my birthday to have a woman, a female DJ, and she's somebody that I've known her for a long time. She used to model for me when she was at Ford when I did Latino Fashion Week, and now she's this incredible DJ. She's got, again, so much rhythm, and she did something fun. She asked me for kind of my top 10 songs when I'm going out that I want to hear, and she incorporated them in what she was doing. And then, of course, DJ Erik. And so we did that, but then Erik and I really wanted, to have individuals enjoy themselves, and apart from that, really get kind of a different feel, a different evening. So apart from that, we kind of tied together different elements, electronic elements. So we had Jimmy Kaus, who I've known for over 10 years. He's a violinist, and the evening opened up with him welcoming people at the door. Penthouse was kind enough to give, champagne out for first hours. And so that's kind of when you came in, you were welcomed by him. And I love that. I love creating that initial feel that you get. And then, we had other individuals that were a part of the evening too that made it very special, right? So we had Adrian Davis, electrical guitar. He was accompanying Eliana, Manuel Conchola on the sax, who was accompanying Erik, and then we had dancers that were there. And so just the whole field. Erik and I were really working hard to think about how we can make every moment of the event special as much as we could, with what we had available to us, right? So we tried that as much as possible. And I think one of the things that I hope, people understand when we're trying to do this is that we're trying to create a feeling for individuals that's a little magical, that, when they come in, they're able to get a night that's full of laughter, that's full of dancing. And I could tell you, people were dancing, they didn't stop. That's right here in the heart of Chicago, one of the, hottest areas, the West Loop, of course. But our purpose is to create a bigger community, to create joy, and of course, to celebrate the birthdays.
Happy birthday, Arabel! Woo! Happy birthday, Arabel! Happy birthday, Arabel! Happy birthday, Arabel!
So our thoughts were with that, and I love working with people who enjoy more the joy of others, when you create these events, and that's where your focus is. And I think both Erik and I wanted to do that. One other element that Erik, put in at the very beginning of the event, which by the way went from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m., was incorporated a pre-recorded set that came from Marbella, Spain, with DJ Benchuk. And that's one thing that he's trying to do as well is, these DJs that are in different parts of the world, kind of connecting them with our world, with the things that we're doing. And so that was really cool because DJ Benchuk actually put a set together that was very special, and that's kind of how the evening started out, all the way from Marbella. And as part of the Chasing Sunsets project that he has, I know that he's going to be doing more of that. He's got a couple of events, planned for the summer. And so for us, this was a way to kind of kick off the summer in a fantastic way. We put, our heart and soul behind it. And so trying to make sure that, people are enjoying every second. So, there's some beautiful moments that were captured of, for example, Gianni Blu, that incredible DJ that didn't stop. And I got to tell you, his energy was electric. I mean, did not stop for a moment. People were dancing. I was obviously dancing with him, and as we celebrated our birthday together. And you could tell that the people that surrounded us were full of love. And I know that I heard from so many people that it just felt magical. And that was the thing that we were trying to do, right? We were trying to share the energy of music, of people, of love, really, that was felt. And we were trying to make it magical. And I'm hoping that we, were able to achieve that, because I thought it was really important. The other thing that for me was also really important, we kind of did this at the beginning of everything, is got to share some of these moments with a lot of the women that support us through Pivoting in Heels. It's a non-for-profit, again, that is dedicated to empowering women. And a lot of these women are allies who believe in empowering the next generation. And it was beautiful to see them there as well, dressed up, dancing, laughing. At the very beginning of the event, one of the things that we did, and we did this last year as well, but now this year it grew. We actually had to do kind of 2 or 3 different groups, but we sat and stood with the sunset coming down behind us, and we were able to take a picture. They cheered me on for the birthday as well.
Happy birthday, dear Arabel. Happy birthday to you.
But the unity of us being together, it was just for me, really heartfelt. And for us to share something together, because they've been so supportive of Pivoting in Heels. A lot of people also that attend Runway Latinx in October, which this year will be October 18th. It's been set for a year. As soon as last year was over, it was set. A lot of them attended the event as well. I'm very grateful for their support. And, again, we were really happy, to be able to have them, be a part of this and enjoy themselves. Again, tons of music, good times, lots of dancing. It was really, again, just something so special. I've got to tell you that one of the things that we did is we had a theme for the event and suggested attire. I love doing suggested attires, and I wanted to come up with something that was fun, but a little bit different than the norm. And so we asked people if they could dress in pastels, and I kind of love that because it does have a summer vibe. It makes it, I think, a little bit warmer. And supposedly pastels are trending in Europe, so I didn't know that when I came up with the suggested attire, but we were able to incorporate that. And love to show you, some of these individuals that took to heart what they were wearing so that it was part of the theme that we had. And you had all these wonderful, I say delicious, because pastels kind of to me remind me of ice cream. And they just look beautiful and very, very handsome, because the men did it too. Some of them had, the pink shirts and pastel blue, or they had pastel pink, or they had yellow, or you saw the lime green. It was really pretty. I loved it. And again, so grateful for everybody to making everything look gorgeous, right? It's the people. We had a number of influencers that were with us. I'm so grateful. On a local level, we had Bayou twins were with us, and loved to see them, and they look beautiful. Another local influencer that joined us was Elaine Rao. So happy to see her there. We were really thrilled to have a couple of big influencers who traveled from out of town come in and support, right? So we had Willie Delgado. Welcome, Willie. It was so much fun having you here. He came in from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and also El Pane Árabe. Hassan, welcome. It was so much fun. He came in from San Diego, and I know they had a blast. Willie was dancing, as was Hassan. We had so much fun with them. And then, they just stayed and party. I'm just going to say that. And Chicago opened their arms to them. I know they're going to be back for Runway Latinx on October 18th. But it was great also because the following day, we got an opportunity to talk to them on Chic Innovator on this podcast. And that podcast, those 2 episodes will come out a little bit later, but I can tell you that it was really great to share their journeys, to share their insights, to find out some of their ups and downs. It hasn't always been easy, but wow, they are being very successful in their own right, and so proud of them, and can't wait to have them back here. You're actually going to get to see them on the runway, on the catwalk at Runway Latinx on October 18th, so stay tuned for that. That was a lot of fun. Really want to thank, again, we celebrated hard. Gianni Blu and I, we got to celebrate our birthdays. We got our cakes. We shared it with everybody, but crumble cookies. Wow, that was so sweet.
Crumble has given us these incredible cookies.
It was such a sweet touch. I gotta thank Bill Bad, Crumble Cookie Franchise. Bill Bad, thank you so much. Everybody enjoyed the cookies. We loved them. It was perfect for the night. And you know what? Extra special that he also made sure that they were pastel. So we got, such a sweet taste, but also look good. It sort of matched everything, and it made the evening, again, very, very, very special. It was just such a lot of fun. I really want to thank everybody who was a part of it, but I also want to thank all of you. Chic Innovator, right? We've continued to grow. I got to see a few. Well, here are a few of the people that are now alumni, and they were also at the party. And our alumni has continued to grow. We've had a lot of individuals that have been on this podcast, Chic Innovator. We say fascinating topics, fascinating people that have style and are innovative, and also the opportunity for me to talk to you and kind of share with you the behind the scenes, the reasons why I do some of the things that I do, why I surround myself with the type of people that I do. And I've got to tell you, some of these are exemplary. They were at the party. We found them. So glad that they were there. So Dr. Lemke was there. I love her. She is that sleep doctor that has given us all those tips on how to sleep. Got to have her back because people are asking more questions about that. I think that is such a hot topic right now for so many people. Harry Garcia, who, continues to compose and to sing and to everything, and he had a good time. I saw him behind the scenes there with the DJ having a blast. Teddy Crockman, so another podcast individual. Salvador Cicero, attorney. We got to talk a little bit before on one of the podcasts about immigration. Got to have all of them back on, and Sal, you and I have a lot more to talk about. And another part of the Chic Innovator alumni, Media Ray. Everybody knows him, everybody loves him. So happy he was there as well. And so many more that were there, and just really grateful again to all of them. Willie, of course, and Hassan, who were at the event and who, again, now have become part of Chic Innovators alumni. But thank all of you for following our podcast, for listening. We'd love for you to share it with your friends and everything. And again, I wanted to share this with you a little bit. We got to show you, for example, we had a drone that was able to show from up high the event, but also our beautiful Chicago and our beautiful nights. But to me, it's very, very special to create things, again, that creates a platform where we're able to share some of the things that we're doing, but also to connect on a really special level. I think Hassan was the one that told me, and Willie actually as well, that for them it was a special night because they came in, they're not from here, they're not from Chicago, but they were walking in and immediately felt welcomed. Everybody was connecting. It was the music, it was, kind of the vibes that everybody had. Everybody was connecting on one level and no one felt foreign to each other. And what I love when you look at the mix of individuals that Erik and I kind of got to put together for that evening, and all of you that were a part of it, there was a happiness, a joy that was felt. And there was just no question that everybody was there to network. Yes, we were there to celebrate our birthdays, and if that's an excuse that we use to put something like this together, then hey, let's keep using those excuses. But for me, it's just really important. We want to continue to grow our community, but we want to continue to grow it and connect it, and to kind of share that these peaceful, joyful moments are the ones that we want to create in our lives, but also in your lives too. My hope is that whenever I do an event, be it Runway Latinx or the Tea or some of these other celebrations that I get involved with, that people that leave that, feel that they can go out and share the happiness, share the joy, share the connectivity. So anyway, thank you again for all of you that follow us on Chic Innovator. Wanted to give you a little behind the scenes on why we do these events. I hope that you can join us. The summer's about to begin. There's a lot that's going to be going on. Again, Chasing Sunsets, you're going to see a few of those events. In October, you're going to see Runway Latinx, and we might have a couple of other surprises for you. So thank you so much. Love you. Sending you much love from Chic Innovator. Thanks for watching Chic Innovator. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free.